And now it's time to take a look at some of the comics out now and coming soon in the pull list. First up, we have Berserker #1 from Boom Studios. This is written by Matt Kindt with help from the actor Keanu Reeves, and art on this is by Ron Garney. In this issue, the man only known as Berserker is half mortal and half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, Berserker may have finally found a refuge, working for the US government to fight the battles too violent and dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, Berserker will be granted the one thing he desires, the truth about his endless, blood-soaked existence and how to end it. Also out now is The Dreaming Waking Hours #8 from DC Comics' Black Label. This is written by G. Willow Wilson with art by returning artist Nick Robles. It's the Fairy King Part 1. The next major arc of The Dreaming Waking Hours begins here. Heather After has a theory about just where Ruin's lost love might be found, but the realm of Fairy is a dangerous place under the best of circumstances. And as Heather, Ruin and Jophiel will quickly find when they cross between worlds, the circumstances there have changed quite a bit. Don't miss this jumping on point for the series The Hollywood Reporter calls a contemporary version of what Gaiman had achieved with The Sandman. Also out now we have Karmen #1 from Image Comics, written and illustrated by Guillem March and with an English translation by Dan Christiansen. Spanish writer and artist Guillem March is best known for his ongoing extensive work with DC Comics on Batman, Catwoman and Harley Quinn, and has worked as an artist on several graphic novels including English editions of Monica with Titan Comics and The Dream with Europe Comics. Here he takes up his pen for an edgy new 5-part series about a highly unconventional angel named Karmen and the young woman she takes under her wing when a case of heartbreak strikes hard. Packed with surprises and metaphysics, this gorgeously drawn series deploys tenderness and humour as it dives deep into topics that matter. And coming up soon we have Headlopper #15 from Image Comics. This is written and illustrated by Dan McLean. In this issue, assassins of the Dark Lord close in on our team of heroes as they blunder towards the second artifact, the Martin Keystone. Guarded by a monstrously huge spider, the Keystone won't be easily got and requires much teamwork, which proves difficult when Norgal goes missing. Always oversized and always quarterly. Next up we have Sword #4 from Marvel Comics. This is written by Al Ewing with art by Valerio Schilti. In this issue, Krakoa, we have a problem. The mutants are dying, their island is dying, Earth itself is dying. All hope for humanity as a species lies in Protocol 5. And Protocol 5 isn't going to work. This is another of the King in Black tie-in issues. And finally, Ultraman returns in Ultraman The Trials of Ultraman #1 from Marvel Comics. This is written by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom with art by Francesco Manna. In this issue, Ultraman narrowly averted a catastrophe decades in the making. The world was saved, but also forever changed. Now come the consequences. Much of the populace regard the defenders with suspicion. Enemies hide in plain sight, and even those closest to Shin Hayata don't necessarily have faith in the Giant of Light. But at last, a long-thought-lost comrade has mysteriously returned. That's a good thing, right? The rise is over, the training wheels are off, and the stakes have never been higher. The trials of Ultraman begin here. As always, keep an eye on the Geeky Brummie Twitter feed on Wednesdays when I pick out a few other great comics available in On the Radar. And now back to the main show.